So for those of you who may not have seen this yet, this is a Leader brand headgear, Leader, just like it sounds, and it's abbreviated LDR. I have had this for several years now, and I like both the headgear and the company. Let me talk about the headgear first. So the headgear has all four sides, which is great because, first before I start, I use this for grappling, okay, not wrestling. Now, what prompted me to start using a headgear in the first place is that I was actually at a seminar, not even going live, and I was with a partner, and we ran into another pairing, right? And our heads, me and one of the guys from the other pairing, our heads collided right at the temple. And I was thinking to myself, man, it'd be great if I had a headgear and start wearing a headgear. And this Leader headgear is really good because, as you can see, this ear pad actually extends over towards the temple area. So I got one of these. And the other thing that is really good about this is the material. It's not hard, right? So you're not gonna hurt your partner. I've never had a grappling gym frown on this. They feel the material, it's soft, it's not gonna hurt anybody. And it is staph and MRSA or antimicrobial resistant. So you don't have to wash it or spray it down. You just put it in your gym bag, take it out, and ready to go. And I've never gotten ringworm or staph or anything like that, knock on wood, on my head, in the area where the headgear was, right? So I do believe that. Now let's talk about the pads are all like I said, they're in the right place in the back of the head, because a lot of times you get judo guys and they like to throw you, and you could land on the top of your head, you could land on the back of your head, and that's not good. And even though there's a pad, and those pads, as you know, are fairly firm, and so it helps having that little bit of extra cushion here. So this is what I'd call the closest thing to a cushiony headgear, even though it's not really soft, right? But I find it very comfortable. Let's talk about the company itself. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of holes in here so that you can, it's very breathable, all right? Any headgear, you're gonna feel it, okay? It's not gonna be you don't have the same freedom as if you don't have a headgear, but for a headgear, it is pretty breathable. This headgear has been superseded by this headgear. One of the differences is this headgear allows you to secure the top to the back, right? With the old style, there was the potential for the top piece to come down into the bridge of the nose of the user. It never happened to me, but I know somebody who claims it happened to them. But this new style with the connection should mitigate that. Let's talk about the price. So this is not going to be the least expensive headgear on the market. They go for about $60, give or take. I think the reason why is this. Number one is this impact absorbing material is a lot more expensive to produce than a standard plastic with a standard foam covering inside and the outside. Two is these are made in the US. And three is the finish here. I happen to know that it's quite costly to apply this finish to this type of surface. All right, if you look, let's take a closer look at the finish. It's very even, it's just a brilliant color here, right? And let me show you a darker one too. I happen to have two finished versions of this headgear. So this is the blue, right? That finish. And it's talking about the company. So they're very responsive, and I believe they have an interest in the further development of the game because they made this affordable. I think the profit margin, if I kind of do a very rough calculation in my head, is probably lower than a less expensive headgear that is just mass produced. But again, no affiliation, just my guess. But I do know that they're very responsive. You send them an email, they'll send you right back. You order something, it comes right to you. And those are my thoughts on the Leader, or actually I'll show you this one because you would be getting this one, the Leader headgear. If you have an experience, please post in the comment section.